Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by again for another video. Um, we have another update on Irma because, updates just keep coming, so therefore I'm going to update you guys as I come across these updates as well. It says Catastrophic Hurricane Irma, now a Category 5 storm, is on a collision course with Florida. So it, it's become, here's a little GIF of Hurricane Irma. As you can see the islands here it's headed towards. Um, but it's becoming more and more likely that it is going to have a Florida landfall. So, you know, uh, everyone in Florida, even though they've already started preparing, if you haven't, please, please, please just start preparing just in case. Now it says this story has been updated. Hurricane Irma is an extremely dangerous Category 5 barreling towards the greater Antilles and southern Florida. It's already the strongest hurricane ever recorded outside of the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, and it's likely to make landfall somewhere in Florida over the weekend. If it does, the impact could be catastrophic. The storm is life-threatening for the United States and British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, and the Bahamas as well. Hurricane warnings have been issued for portions of the Leeward Islands and Greater Antilles, including Puerto Rico. A hurricane watch was issued for Hispaniola. With maximum winds of 180 miles per hour, Irma, hold on here, sorry about that. Irma is the strongest hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean outside the Caribbean or Gulf of Mexico. By wind speed, it's the third strongest storm on record anywhere in the Atlantic, behind Hurricane Wilma in 2005 and Hurricane Allen in 1980. In its Tuesday morning discussion, the National Hurricane Center said the storm is in an environment ideal for some additional intensification. The hurricane is expected to remain at least a Category 4 for the next few days, with minor fluctuation in intensity, and it is now a Category 5. So it says it could even be slightly stronger. Okay, so we already know that because it has gotten stronger. It also says it cannot be overstated that Hurricane Irma is extremely dangerous and will produce a full gamut of hurricane hazards across the Caribbean and potentially in South Florida, including a devastating storm surge, destructive winds, and dangerous flash flooding. It says all of Florida, especially South Florida and the Keys, should be preparing for a major hurricane landfall on Sunday. Tropical storm force winds are expected to arrive as soon as Friday. So they got about a week, a little less than a week. So if you're in this area, please, please start to prepare and get yourself, sometimes it's hard because not everyone has places to go, so they somehow, for whatever reason, they stay because they feel like they have nowhere to go. But for the most part, there's always, shelters you can go to. You know, um, don't just stay because you feel like you have nobody or nowhere to go. Save yourself, save your pets. Just make sure you get out of there. Learn from the past. Just learn from the most recent Harvey, when all these people chose not to leave and got stranded and were stuck in these floodwaters. So I just pray everyone's okay, and I pray somehow it misses Florida because here in the States we don't need any more devastation right now. It says U.S. landfall threat. We've been talking about that. It says computer monitors are in strong agreement that by Saturday Irma will be approaching the Florida Keys, where dangerous storm conditions are likely. Then they show a sharp northward turn by Sunday morning. The precise timing and location of the turn has huge implications for Florida. So as you can see here, if it turns here, it'll still hit Florida, but not as a direct, if you will. But in this model, where it turns, so it hits it a little bit more, direct, almost straight down the center of Florida there. So we're going to have to wait. It is impossible to say with certainty if Irma will track up along the eastern side of the Florida peninsula or the western side or straight up the peninsula. Since the weekend, models have generally shifted westward with the storm's forecast track, which means interest along the coast of the Gulf of Mexico should also closely monitor this storm. So it's almost saying that this could almost um, push itself into the Gulf, um, which would not be good. Now, both of these models are definitely showing it not really getting into Texas, but this model here shows a little bit of the effects from the storm possibly getting into Louisiana even, and that they definitely don't need Louisiana or Texas. So that's going to be about it. This is just a quick update. So anyone literally even in the Gulf needs to keep their eyes open now. I don't think it's going to push that far, but they're saying it could push a little bit more west into the Gulf. So I don't know, but for sure Florida, for every model I'm seeing and everything that everyone's talking about now, it looks like Florida is going to be in the crosshairs. So if you're in that area, and if you haven't started preparing, like most people I've seen on the news, those shelves are already empty. There's going to be probably gas shortages, water shortages, food shortages. Just prepare and be safe. I appreciate every single one of you. Be sure to share, like, comment down below, and subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. Everyone be careful. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's going through all these storms right now. I appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Peace.